All right, got everything unmuted, and we are live. Well, there I go again, hitting the red on my microphone. I bet it's yet again. I need to start doing a better job of checking this, but despite my best efforts, it's still probably changing my levels. That's probably okay, actually. Let me know if it's a little too loud or if it's too quiet or whatever. Seems okay for the moment. But yeah, welcome. Welcome to another live stream for Civilization 6. We are continuing our game as Scythia. I know I heard Sean Bean say how it was supposed to be pronounced, but I always forget because in my head I'm telling myself Scythia, but I think it's like Scythia or something like that. But anyway, it's fine. We're playing and we're actually pushing towards an achievement. And the nature of that achievement is it's called I Quenched Your Thirst for Blood. And effectively what needs to happen is we need Persia to take one of our cities, and then we need to take it back. Simple as that. Unlike the achievement that we did with Macedon, this was a lot easier for us to do on like Deity difficulty, which is what we're on right now. We have restarted this game a couple times. Once because we got beat, and the second time because I just wasn't feeling like we were in an okay position, but just it would have taken us forever to kind of get through that one. So this one, I feel like we're in a much better position. We've only got one civilization between us and Persia, so if we can get over here, create a city over here somewhere and let Persia take it, then I think we're going to be in a very, very good place. It does have to be a city that we founded, so we won't be able to take one of Japan's cities and then flip it like that. So I'm hoping there's enough space. Actually, we could probably check. Not quite. I don't know if there's any space in here anywhere that we could stick a city. It's possible we could stick a city on like this peninsula down here and hope that he can take that one somehow. But we'll figure that one out as we go. At the end of last episode, we actually finished up a bit of a war with Japan. We did take two of his cities. I was hoping to get a little bit further in. I would have loved to have taken at least these two cities and left him with some of the stuff down here. But, you know, his samurai are just really strong, and they kind of stopped us dead. So we didn't really get to punch in any further. So I went ahead and pieced him out. And at this point, we really need to just start focusing on our infrastructure, build back up, and then be able to take the cities again after that. The long-term goal is, after we finish the achievement, is to go ahead and push for a conquest victory, domination victory. So we will need to have a pretty strong army to kind of go after everybody. Currently still friends with America over here, one of our closest neighbors, and India down here, Chandragupta. And he's sort of a neighbor, not by much. Hopefully he's not too unhappy with us because he does not like being neighbors with him is one of his detractors. So, so like I said, we're going to focus on infrastructure here early on, and how to start well in civilization. I'd probably just figure out which difficulty you feel comfortable with. Don't just rush all the way up to Deity if you don't feel like you can play it yet, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, start on like one of the lower ones, like Prince or something of that nature. And then if you can get a Prince game and beat it, and then bump the difficulty up a level, and then try that one, and keep bumping it up until you get to the Deity. But in any civilization game that you play, I would say, you know, you kind of want to start strong, like be pretty aggressive early on. If you can fight off the first couple of wars that the AI fights against you in the early game, then at that point, the player usually has a little bit of the advantage. So kind of fend off those first few wars and then start focusing on infrastructure and then take them out in the late game. Unless you're kind of, depending on what victory type you're going for. If you're going for like science or something like that, obviously you don't need to worry about taking out anybody. You just got to survive. But it's really, like I said, just don't be afraid to be a little aggressive. Sometimes I'll declare war on multiple people if I know that, basically, look at it this way. The AI is very, kind of temperamental. Maybe, I don't know if that's the right word, but they'll go to war with you for no reason whatsoever, just because they feel like it. And so if there's even a slight chance that you could get a little bit of an advantage with going to war with somebody, like taking their settler or doing something like that, go ahead and declare war on them, because they were probably going to declare war on you the next turn anyway, and then you would have lost yourself a settler. You know what I mean? You don't want to declare war on literally everybody, but at some point it's just declaring war. Don't be afraid to declare war if you need to. If you feel like there's going to be some advantage that you can gain, stopping them from settling a spot that you would have settled on, or whatever the case may be. And then lots of times the AI will declare war on you, send a few units over there, you kill them, and then you piece them out and you get a whole bunch of stuff. So war is part of the game. If you're not declaring war, which I've done a few times, it's a bit of a mistake. You're probably put yourself in a bad position. So you kind of have to keep the war going as much as possible. It's really hard to win a pacifist game of Civilization. I've done it a couple times, but It's definitely not easy. So, but anyway, that would, I guess, be becoming my strategy or my suggestion. Just be aggressive. Build up some military, especially in the early game. A lot of times, something I will do is build a military unit, build infrastructure, build military infrastructure, kind of alternate between the two so that you're always continually growing your military as well as your infrastructure. Don't focus on one or the other, until you get kind of further into the game. So that's kind of maybe another strategy as well. Yep, no, that is definitely the current plan. We have a settler coming out here. We're going to put him in one of these two spots. We're going to fill out at least 2 more cities here. And then we may fill out a few more cities along this stuff. There's not amazing plots of land, but we do have a wonder up here that is going to give us extra food and culture. So settling somewhere up here is probably okay. And then maybe a couple more spots down here as well. And I think that'll do it for city placement for us. I don't know if I care about anything up here, although there is some niter, and we do need some niter. Do we have niter anywhere else? We may have to come up here and settle up here as well. Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple spots up here we could settle to get this niter. We definitely need niter because we're going to need muskets, really, to have a chance at going after Japan. And as far as Japan is concerned, the strategy right now is work our way up to bombards. I don't know if we'll wait all the way to field cannons, but at least bombards. Bombards also gets us musketmen. And so the combo of those two, I feel like will get us in a pretty good spot to push back into Japan again, depending on how far he's advanced during that time as well. If we can get frigates, obviously that would be a huge boost as well. They're around the same time. So really get into the Renaissance, fill out there. From a civic standpoint, the sooner we get to nationalism, the better. I mean, that's just the simple fact of the matter. We're quite a ways away from that, so we'll do the best we can, but that is going to be a goal. Currently, we're making 102 gold per turn. 80 of that is from Japan for the next 30 turns. So we need to fix our economy, and we've only got 1 trade route. So again, we've been focusing a little bit more on war. It's time to build some infrastructure and kind of go from there. So that is the goal. I'm not sure what you're saying, Rincon. I apologize. But yeah, it's definitely good to balance infrastructure and units. You kind of have to do the both between the two. So anyway, all right, let's get into the game. Research. Like I said, we do want to push up towards these. Building an armory would save us a few cycles there. 6-slot government, which we will have here in a few turns. So honestly, picking up castles could be useful, but what does that really gain us? Not really a lot. Probably not going to get a great scientist anytime soon, and we are going to need this to pick up some of these later things. So that's a possibility. We do already have the boosted cartography, though, which could get us caravels, which is kind of nice. Plus, all naval and mark units can navigate ocean tiles. Again, kind of nice. Mass production's always good. I mean, are we even close to being able to get a great scientist by any chance? Not really, right? Yeah, not at all. I mean, I think we're putting some points in it. We're getting 10 points per turn, so it's possible. Well, let's do this then. What about armory? How close are we to getting an armory? Like, I think we have one down here. Like, it's the only encampment down here. Armory would be 18 turns. Oof. That is rough. We need some production. One thing we might do is we might chop some of this this wood here, this lumber, and rush some of these things out, especially this harbor. This harbor will, would be a good thing to rush out, get us access to lighthouses, get us trade routes and things like that. So that's a possibility. We do have a settler here, or no, sorry, a builder here with a couple charges that we could utilize. In fact, I don't know what we were going to use them for. Otherwise, chopping this one here, we could put a mine on top of that, help us with production. I think I like that. Let's start with that. So, back to this question. Well, like I said, we do need to get our way up to musketmen and bombards. So let's start working on musketmen. Get it at least, part of the way, and then we'll decide if we want to finish it or if we want to wait for the armory at that point. But that does go back to the whole we need niter problem. I really want to put cities here and here, like in these 2 spots down here. I haven't exactly figured out exactly where, Probably along the coast, maybe next to this oasis down here, next to the spices or somewhere in this area. Probably next to the stone near the lake over here, next to the rice, something like that. But I really feel like we need this niter. So as much as I really don't like wasting a settler for a mediocre city, it's a strategic city that gets us something that we do need. What is our pantheon? Oh, that's right. Culture from lots of things. Which culture is good? Lots of stuff we can chop down here as well if we want to. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out once we get the settler, which we do not have yet anyway. I know there's some bad some barbarians up here somewhere. Kind of want to poke my head around, see what's going on, see what's in this area. We'll be fine. All right, Mr. Galley, we need you to upgrade to something more useful in sometime near future. I'm just going to alert you for now. I don't know if there's any sense sending you out just yet until we can get the ocean stuff. And since we did just piece everybody out, we're going to have to just alert all these units. We'll be ready to go. Being announced by Persia, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, we do kind of want him to be our enemy at some point in this game. Lots of people are not happy with us right now. Got to keep our two allies because there's plenty of people that hate us. Probably okay doing this trade. I don't think Arabia is very close to us at the moment. It's a lot of money, and we do need the money. We're going to need to do a lot of upgrades, so getting as much gold stockpiled up as possible is going to be very useful for us. We could get the Muscat Suzerain, which I suppose is okay. For some reason, nobody else is going after it. We'll pick that up. Why not? Where is Muscat? Way over there. I mean, I could shoot you, but you're just going to take me out afterwards. If I had both of these guys, I'd feel a little bit safer. So let's pull you back. Let's wait till we get both of them up there. Maybe we can take that thing out with the two of you. And actually, if we get this knight up there, that'll definitely help. Just going to put everybody on defensive over here. Oh, actually, you have a promotion. We'll definitely take incendiaries. I think in the long run that will help us out quite a bit. A little bit of religious combat going on. Not really that big of a deal to us. We are not too worried about religion at the moment. At least not in this game. Alright, monument completed. That's going to help us with some loyalty issues. We are housing capped at the moment. Man, our production is terrible right now as well. I'm actually going to put you on production focus. It's not going to help by much, but we'll do the best we can. Between amenities and housing, we're definitely in a pretty rough spot. Could buy some things. An aqueduct could be useful, but I think we'll be okay with housing between the granary and the lighthouse. Start with the granary. That'll give us at least a little bit of a more of a cushion. It's going to come up quicker anyway. All right, we're going to go ahead and chop this. Rush out to the harbor. Could move Magnus over, but maybe we should. But he's also going to help us produce that settler a little bit nicer. Can you get up there and do it? No, you cannot get up there enough to do a shot. I'll just do a oh, hello. We'll do that then. Let's put that guy at risk, but I think we'll be okay. At least we cleared that thing out, and so nothing else is going to pop up at the moment. Even sacrificing that unit just to clear out that encampment, especially if we're going to put a city up here. Or America could help us out. Alrighty, let's swing back over here, see what's going on with this encampment, because we're going to want to go that direction at some point. I might go ahead and stick a mine here before I chop some more. I've only got 3 turns left on this anyway. Sure, why not? Where is Liang? Way up there. So we need to get us a builder out soon as well. That will help. There's Mausoleum, which it's a decent little wonder, but not currently part of our plan anyway. Okay, I'm not sure if what you're saying. I don't know if you're happy with us, angry with us, or what.
I conclude then this point touching upon the power of kings.
All right, so we did unlock a government. It's not an amazing government for us. I think I would rather probably at this point go with Merchant Republic, since we're going to be building up a few districts and getting some extra gold. But it is going to be fine for now. At least a 6-slot government. It does have a lot of military slots, which, you know, plus or minus can be good. We'll go ahead and take the amenities, although we probably should spread some units around to take advantage of that. Don't think we need the unit upgrades yet. We will take that later. Probably pick up the loyalty for now as well, just to make sure our cities down here are okay. Speaking of defensive stuff, these guys are not going to be very useful in this next war until they get upgraded. So let's go and start spreading you guys out a little bit. Already got one there, which is fine. We got a ship there. That's going to be okay for now. Got a ship there. Actually, you can instead come up to there. And we can actually move this ship over to there. And that'll work for now. We'll have this city that's still open, but one of these guys can swing back that way at some point. All right, so that should give us at least a little bit of extra amenities, which is fine. 4 trade routes, 2 markets. I'm surprised we don't... I mean, this markets is probably less likely to happen because we're going the harbor route instead. 4 trade routes is a little ways away. We'll go ahead and pick up guilds. I think that's going to be fine because, again, we're not really in a position to make a whole bunch of markets right now. Oh, hello, Archer. Couple more turns on this settler. Again, I would much rather be down here, but I think we have to grab the niter. Unless we can get it from somebody. And I don't know. Let's see here. Do you have some niter that you'd give us? You don't have any niter anyway. What about you? You do have niter, but I doubt you give it to us. Nope. Alrighty. Fair enough. We got to get our own. Well, that's a lot of archers. I think we're dead. I should have just backed off there instead of attacking him. That is a lot of archers. Yeah, if I back off, I would let these guys would have probably snuck up there and taken care of that for me. Just, I think it's just habit to attack when I'm there, and I should have just ignored it. All right, we do want the armory, like I said, to kind of get the boost to here. At some point, we're going to want an industrial zone. It's actually a pretty nice place for an industrial zone, apparently. Let's go with... Our housing is okay, so I don't think we need to rush out the lighthouse just yet. We do want more culture, but... I think we're going to start working on the armory. Probably get another builder out if we can. In fact, I may buy one up here. Rush that down there, chop a couple more things, rush out the armory, get us the gunpowder, and I think that'll be fine. We have a lot of cotton, so sure. It's probably okay. Give us some more amenities. Bye, horse archer. Sorry. Alright, you're just going to run back to the city. We'll let America deal with that thing. I'm sure he'll be fine. Alright, builder. You're going to sneak down here and start chopping a few more things down this way. We probably will chop this, put a trio of farms here, and get rid of that farm for an industrial zone at some point. So I think that is the goal. I need to make sure that is actually in your area. Okay, it is. Perfect. I want to turn on the settler. Alright, so amenities are looking a little bit better now. +1 in a lot of places. 0 there, which is okay. As long as it's not negative right now. What about you guys? 0 and 0. Okay, so that's fine for now. Again, better than the negatives. We're getting a little bit of gold. We'll be able to upgrade a few things here shortly. I do have a commercial hub here. Do I have another one anywhere else? Don't think so. So I don't know that I mean, I may have one back over here at some point. I don't know if I swap off the markets or anything yet or not. I suppose it doesn't hurt to swap off of it for now and then make up a decision later for that. Oh, we're actually back down to -1 amenities. But I think we just need to pump out some more settlers. As quickly as we can. I really don't want to go up there, but we're going to have to. We need the niter. In fact, I think we're going to settle right next to the niter. Such a bad spot. Like, I don't know if there's any other way we can get niter. If there was, I might go that direction, but there's just not, and we need it. Okay, trader. You know what? Production from this city would be kind of ideal right now. More about gold later, but for now, production would be good. Almost to the point of swapping off of gunpowder. Saladin has been rewarded. All right, you're gonna you're actually gonna group up with this guy. Trader, you're gonna give us whatever is good production. That's good production and a little bit of gold. But at some point we're gonna go to war with them again. Actually, you know what though? Let's just take advantage of it while we can. That's gonna be okay. One more turn, we'll swap off of gunpowder. One more turn will get us another harbor. We might be able to finish the armory with this chop here in a moment anyway. Alright, you're going to go and alert there. Hopefully we're back up to 0. Yes, we're good there. We're housing capped though. Do need to take care of that soonish. Can we take care of that with just purchases? Let me double check. Oh wow, it's a really good harbor. I forgot how good that one was up there. Can we purchase anything that helps with housing? No. I'll purchase something that helps with amenities, but I don't think we're going to do that right now. Let's go right into the lighthouse and work our way up to a trade route. You're going to come down here and... Can't chop yet. We can swap off gunpowder, though. Let's start working on cartography. Upgrading a couple of our guys to caravels could be useful. Plus, being able to move across the oceans will let us kind of just scooch around there if we can't get past that encampment later. Still have a knight coming out. I guess I'm okay with that for now. If nothing else, it can help us clear out some of those barbarian encampments. Being denounced, of course I am. I think we're going to production focus you. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, lighthouse is completed. We'll go right into the trader. Build your own trader after you build your lighthouse. I think that's perfect. You're going to pump a little bit of wood into there. 3 turns. Not bad. Let's go and swap off guilds just in case. I don't think we'll get 2 markets, but I think we only need 1 more because I think this one already has a market. Or does it not? Not yet, but we could get a market there. Not too much trouble, so we really just would need a second one at that point. Let's go and get this one most of the way done, and then we'll make a decision at that point. Kill a unit with a quadrireme. Actually, I wonder if we could kill, kind of sniper units right there. We'll move the quadrireme up there anyway, because that would be kind of nice. Forbidden City. Peace between people. Okay. I did say I was going to stick a farm here just because I wanted the trio. This is where I'm probably going to replace that one at some point. That'll help both of these out. That'll be all right. Okay, we're in position at least. It's not going to have a lot of growth potential, but it's just a strategic city, and we need the niter. So, not much I can do about it right now. We got to have it. America's not going to be happy with us. In fact, we're not going to be happy with us about these two either. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. Let's actually get a monument as quickly as possible. Try and grow us something a little bit. Alright, so you got 2 builds left. We could chop that. We could chop this. Did we ever get a lumber mill just to finish off? Yeah, we did. I might actually want that to be a lumber mill, but it's probably too early for that right now. That is hills. That would make a pretty good mine at some point. You know what, let's move over there. Because we're going to get this settler out, and that'll help us rush the 3rd one. And that's exactly what we want. I'm going to ignore you, buddy. I'm sorry. I wish I could make a promise to you later, but can't do that right now. Because once we get these 2, I'm not settling near you anymore. There's our armory. There's our gunpowder. We're about to get our niter. In fact, I am going to buy another builder here. And we'll go get that niter hooked up as soon as possible. Okay, so armory is done. Kind of feel like this is going to be a production thing for us. We need to get the industrial zone as soon as possible. It's going to help us get all the other things built anyway, and I think it's going to be good for us. You finished your night. Let's go and get the library that we started out. Night, you're going to work your way up here. Maybe you can help. Oh, it's already gone. I guess. Thank you, America. That's fine, I guess. I was hoping to get a kill with my quadrireme, but that's all right. Well, on that note, well, let's sneak up here anyway. Maybe there's something left over. There is. I don't know that we're going to be able to get one of them killed off, but we'll try. Choose your friendships wisely. We might be able to get that kill there, although that archer's going to mess us up a little bit. Alright, settler is completed. Again, we want to go right into another settler. That is kind of the goal right now. This settler is going to come out over here somewhere. Tempted to put it right here next to the rice. We can put an aqueduct into the lake over here, and that will help that hook up just fine and get us plenty of water. So I think that's going to be okay. It's a shame that we don't get the horses, but I think it's going to be okay. America's not going to like it, but What can you do? Alright, market or lighthouse. Either one gets us a trade route. The market gets us 10 gold? What? Wow. Well then, probably the market. Alrighty, builder, you're gonna work your way up there. We need that. You are gonna chop this, hopefully give us almost rush out the settler in one turn. You're gonna keep working our way up there. I don't know that we're gonna actually do anything up there, but we're gonna keep trying. 2 turns we could get something killed. It's a matter of whether or not that archer kills us, but getting the kill with that does get us a little bit of culture, so why not? I actually don't have any swordmen, so this niter does allow us to produce muskets out of this city, but we won't have anything to upgrade at the moment. Oh, you're too far away.